Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of Firepower Threat Defense series. In this video, we are going to look at more options on FMC which are under system and the configuration section. After this video, we will be moving on to policies for the managed FTD devices. So let's jump on to FMC. And the first option today we are going to talk about is the language. Okay. So the language option gives you the capability to change the language of the FMC. So right now it's in English US. You see, everywhere, every menu is in English. You have certain options. You can change to French, Japanese, and few Chinese and other characters. I'm not really sure what are these languages, but yeah, I'm able to read the top three: English, French, and Japanese. So let's change it to French. I click here and click on save. And once it is saved, you will see my all of these options will be shown in French. See, everything has changed. Now let's change this back to English US. Before I get lost where to change it, what is the option? So yeah, I'm just reverting it back to English US. After this, let's have a look at the SNMP option. Okay. Suppose you have a SNMP server from where you want to monitor your FMC. Okay. So you add your FMC to that for the monitoring purpose. So in order to enable SNMP monitoring of your FMC, you need to go to SNMP option under system configuration, and then here s- have it to have it enabled, you need to first select what SNMP version you want to enable. Version 1, really, no one uses it anymore. Either you will be using 2C or either you will be using 3. So if you are using version 2, just put the community string here. Okay. Community string, verify it, and that's it. Save it. Okay. Now, your SNMP server can connect to FMC using version 2 and coming with this string. But make sure you have allowed the SNMP access to your FMC under the access list section, which we saw in previous videos. Okay. And if you have version 3, you need to select version 3, then you will be adding a SNMP user here. Username, authentication protocol, authentication password, then verify, then privacy protocol, privacy password, and privacy verify the same password. So that's what you can do if you want to enable SNMP v3. Now, after that, let's look at session timeout section. Okay, this session timeout section here, you can define ideal timeout for the GUI and the CLI session of FMC. So you see right now the default value for this GUI based session timeout is 60 minutes and for CLI it's 0, which means there is really no timeout. Okay, I can set it, okay, timeout in 15 minutes over GUI if the admin is idle, or CLI session times out in 5 minutes. Okay, so you can put those values in there and just save the configuration. Now, after that, let's look at the time synchronization option. Okay, this option helps you to configure the time on your FMC. So if you see right now, serve time via NTP is enabled. Okay, so my FMC will reach out to NTP servers and get the time from there. But in order to set my clock as per that time, you need to select one of these radio buttons. Okay, right now my FMC's clock is set via the NTP server. Okay, which I have configured. I'll show you where that is configured. They are configured just here. Okay, you can add more NTP servers by clicking on add. If you have authentication, then you can specify the respective authentication. If you don't have any authentication, then just put the value there, click on add and add a SNMP server. Right now, two are added: 0.sourcefire.pool.ntp.org and 1.sourcefire.pool.ntp.org, and they have no authentication. Okay, if you want, you have, suppose here, I would say 3 4 servers, and you want your FMC to only use the servers which have authentication enabled, check this box. Right now I have no server that have authentication, that's why they both went grayed out. I will not be enabling this option here. Okay, now right now this settings is present here. I'll show you what you will see in the time. Okay, these two options go together, that's why I talked first about time circle. Now if you see in the time, it says current setting is it's set via NTP. Okay, based on system configuration and the time synchronization. Current time on FMC is this, and what What NTP server is being used? This NTP server is being used out of the three. Okay, this one is basically local, and this one is the one of them out of those two which are configured on the time synchronization. Now let's change the setting and see what happens here. Suppose I want to send my NTP's clock, sorry, I want to set my FMC's clock locally. I just need to hit this option and then save. Now NTP is present. Serve time by NTP is enabled. But my local time on FMC is now locally set. Now, if I will be once after this is saved, if I go via if I go into the time field, the time option really here, then you will see I will have the sorry, my bad. I'll click on the time one. Yep. Time. Where's time? Yeah, time. Then it will show me. Yeah, you can see now I can modify the time locally. Okay. So that's what I wanted to show you in terms of time synchronization. Now let's look at UCaPL/CC compliance. What is this? This is something new, okay? So UCaPL/CC compliance refers to two security certification modes, okay? One is Unified Capabilities Approved Product List, which is UCaPL, and the CC stands for Common Criteria. These both are used to ensure that the products meet the specific security requirements. Okay, these are primarily used for government and defense organizations. UCPL is a list which is maintained by the US Defense Information Systems Agency, also known as DISA, while common criteria is an international standard for evaluating the security of IT product. Okay, let me warn you, once you enable it, you cannot roll it back. If you want to roll it back for your FMC, you need to re-image the entire FMC. So be cautious when you enable this feature. Only enable when you understand what's going to happen. Okay. It might limit certain configurations on the FMC which is not compliant to UCPL or CC, whatever is selected here. Okay. Now, after that, we are going to check the user configuration section. Let's jump on to user configuration section. So under user configuration section, you can add, I would say you can perform certain configurations related to user stuff, like password reuse limit for a user. Zero means no limit, but you can say, okay, only one password or maybe any value you want to specify here. Track successful logins. So I can configure to track the successful logins for last 1 year for a specific user. Okay, 365 is the maximum value. I can also set the maximum number of login failures because before the amount account is temporarily lockout. Before the temporary lockout of account happens, okay, on the FMC. Now you can set those values. Usually I would say 3. That's the standard number people configure everywhere. Let's say 3. You can put that value. And 0 means no lockout. Set time in minutes to temporary lockout users. 0 is no wait time. 1440 is max value. That's basically 1 day. This is in minutes. Okay. You can set for how long the account will be locked out. And after that, it will be re-enabled. Maximum concurrent sessions allowed. So with read-only privileges, an user can have how many maximum sessions open? Like I'm a user, I went to a server, I logged into FMC, I went to another server, I logged into FMC. So like that, how many sessions are allowed per user? Maximum sessions for users with read-only privileges. Maximum sessions for users with read-write privileges or CLI users. How many are available? You can configure that value here. Okay, I just want to mention here, this is not per user, this is per privilege. If suppose 10 users have read-only access, then 10 sessions can be there. If the 10 are already there, 11th user having read-only access cannot log in. Similarly here, read-write and the CLI. It's not per user. It's basically as per the per privilege option. Okay. So that's it for this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a good day.